Morning traders, welcome to the live trading room. I hope you are all doing well this morning. You were with Gerald yesterday during the trading room. We did a good job. So let's continue. Today we're going to start with the cryptocurrencies before we look at the Forex charts. So let's have a look at the cryptos first. If you remember the chart that we discussed the previous weekend, the weekend before, this weekend we discussed the Bitcoin chart looking at this 5-wave structure. Let's have a look at it. So Bitcoin, we are looking at this as 5 waves in the cycle degree. We are looking for a move to the upside. So the question is still whether this is going to be a corrective structure here like this or like that. So let's have a look. We'll have a look at that in the lower time frames, because this can also be like that. Initially, when this made a move to the downside here, we were expecting this one to simply make a wave structure, another one to the downside and upside. But if we look at the indicator, this is a weekly chart, by the way. If we look at the indicator here, the stochastic and the relative strength index, let's have a look at both of those indicators. You'll see that on the weekly, we are only just setting up for more upside on Bitcoins. And yet last week we projected 75,000. I'll show you why we projected 75,000. We showed that on a free webinar, but we didn't show why we were projecting the 75,000. That is privileged information for you guys. So we are right at the bottom. We are only just starting the move to the upside. We have made this correction that many were deeming to be the crash of the cryptocurrencies. But the technicals were telling we were simply looking for the corrective structure there. I expect that correction to take much longer than the recovery that we've seen recently. So let's have a look at this in the lower time frame. This is what we're going to focus on now, on this pullback here. Okay? So you've seen the indicator on the weekly, looking for more upside on Bitcoin. Excuse me. Let's have a look at the daily chart. So if you look at the daily chart, nothing much as far as continuation pattern is concerned. We can see that the stock is right in the middle of the nowhere, but the RSI is way above 70. So that means strength to the upside. Any move to the upside, even if this was a pullback, you can actually take advantage of those moves. So we are only just a few dollars short. We're about $15,000, $14,000 short from the previous highs. Considering that we came from as low as 28,000 in just the past 2 weeks on Bitcoin, and now we are back at about 46,000. That is what is a faster recovery than I expected. I had expected that we were going to consolidate here for most of the year, but we are already back here, and this is almost, it's not even 61% retracement as yet. So that green line that you see there is the 61% retracement. Let's just extend that. Let's project the target if this becomes the wave 5. Now, if this becomes the wave 5 to the upside, let's just go back one to the weekly so we can make the cycle degree visible as well. Let's make the cycle degree visible. We want it visible in the daily and all those time frames. So we want it in all time frames below that. We even want to see it on the monthly. And let's go down to the daily so we can see it while we're on the daily as well. So that is supposed to be our wave 4. So our wave 4, we expected it to do something like this and then upside. We've made a very sharp impulse and we are not relating this anymore. This structure has been validated, so that is not a true structure. So that actually looks like a 5 move upside. That looks like wave 3 currently in this lower degree. Could we be starting upside in the blue degree here for the wave 5? Or let's have a look at this one, a red degree here. 1, 2. We go for 3. We go for 4. We go for 5. We complete the structure. So if we do that, remember we still have the blue degree. This is the blue degree, and if this is the structure here, then we'll have a look at this one as an ABC corrective structure. That means we've had 3 waves here as follows. Extended C, and we're starting the move to the upside. If we're starting the move to the upside as follows, I should have drawn these lines in red. Let's do it. If it is that move 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we get a move to the upside. So that will be the start of the move to the upside as follows in the blue degree. So we'll look at this one there. First wave, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Go and complete the wave 5 here in the cycle degree. Now, how far will that wave 5 be? We know how to project. We're going to project this wave 5 now. Let's do it. Let's project that wave 5 before I take it out. So you remember, to project wave 5, you take the Fibonacci retracement tool. You take it from the blue 5 back to from the top of wave 3 in the cycle degree, that is the white one, and back to wave 4. So you take that Fibonacci reverse fib. The minimum for us to conclude that we've actually got a wave 5 is when we get to 1,236. 1.236 retracement. Okay, so 1.236 is the minimum. That's when we can start labeling this as a wave 5. But otherwise, the typical area for reversal for this for a wave 5, it will be at 1,618. So if that continues to the upside, 1,618 is at 90,400 for Bitcoin. So we can see 90,000. We know that that's not going to move in a straight line, so we will still get continuation patterns. These pullbacks along the way, pullbacks along the ways. So this is what we're going to be looking at. So if we get a much deeper pullback, bigger in this structure here, that will be on wave 1, 2, 3 here. So the blue wave 2 will be an opportunity to ride onto this one to take it all the way to the upside. Obviously, we want that to break up above the previous high at wave 3 here. So that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. We're looking for more upside around that area. Okay. So currently in the 4-hour, we're seeing that all the cryptocurrencies are looking upside. It's a 4-hour continuation pattern all around, including Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour, if you look at that, we've got this 3-wave pullback here, a flat correction here, looking for more upside. It's just consolidating there in the 1-hour. Look at the RSI well above, and the stock RSI has resetted. So we're going to see upside. We may even see 50,000 over the weekend on Bitcoin. So let's see how that goes. That is a Bitcoin. Now, if you look at the rest here, Ethereum also showing a continuation pattern to the upside. Just one second. If you look at all the cryptocurrencies they've got, this is a running flat here. We're looking for more upside. Let's use the yellow color. So this is a running flat on Ethereum. We're looking for more upside. We're going to see some consolidation here in the 1-hour, and then we're going to see more upside. We are well above 50 here on the 4-hour. We're still looking for more upside on Ethereum as well. Litecoin, expanding flat and continuation to the upside. As you can see here, we've resetted at the bottom. All indications are for upside on Litecoin as well. So Litecoin is already gone. Let's move here. So we're looking for this to continue to the upside. We should see about 200 on Litecoin. All right. Right, so Litecoin looking for about 200, continuation to the upside. XRP made a big move to the upside yesterday, significant move to the upside after the pullback. They've all been making the pullbacks here, so we're seeing this move to the upside. There's just confirmed more upside here. So we are well above 50 here, so we're going to see more upside on XRP. We should see about 120 on XRP. Let's have a look at ADA, shot up almost $2 yesterday again. So ADA has been the outperformer in the last couple of days. If you look at this one here, so if you look at just on Monday, we had that move on ADA. So the pullback yesterday was just giving an opportunity to ride the trend higher. Already very high now here on ADA. It's very interesting that we are now almost at the previous highs before the so-called crash in May of this year. So if you look at this structure here, DA had gone up to 2.5. Now we are just 50 cents shy of the previous high on ADA, even retraced more than the 50%. So just like which one else? Just like Ethereum, this has also retraced deeper than. I just hold it a second here. Just want to have a look here. Just want to switch off here so we can see the structure. So this one has actually made what looks like a triangle. We've got a triangle on this one. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a break to the upside. So we are now looking at this as the orthodox low here. This is the orthodox low on this triangle. So the triangle starts here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're breaking to the upside. So we could have looked at this as the orthodox low. So if we're looking at this as the orthodox low, then we would have started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this area. So that is not our low. So the low here of the triangle is this one here. So this is the extreme low of this triangle at this level. So we don't start counting here. We start counting the 5 waves to the upside from here. So we're looking for this to continue to the upside on ADA. So that means we've had all of this as a triangle correction there. So let's just mark it properly. It's our triangle. It's our triangle on ADA with here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 waves. So our low here is this one, it's indicated. So we can start counting there. So breaking above this, we're going to see much more upside, maybe even $5 on ADA. One of the best performing altcoins that is Cardano. So let's look for continuation to the upside. This is a parabolic move to the upside. We had even looked for this to be a possibility here, and there was going to be this possibility and then upside after this correct structure. So that seems to be invalidated with this strong impulse here. And if you look at this here, it looks like we've already made 5 waves. You're currently in the 5th wave. If we do that, then we're going to start getting a deeper one. And we start looking for more upside. So if we place an opportunity for an entry here, you can ride it up higher to even $5. So let's keep an eye on Cardano, looking very good. Dogecoin reached the 28 level that we were looking for. So the 28 level was for the 28 level on Dogecoin was for us to get to this level. If you look at Dogecoin as well, it looks like it's making up a wave structure to the upside, and we are going to invalidate this. And looking at the rest of the altcoins in Bitcoin, we can see that that structure is not going to be valid, and we're going to see continuation to the upside. So what we've seen now, just like the rest of the cryptos, we are seeing this as a running flat on the 4-hour, confirming more upside. This is a running flat. We're going to see more upside, stability of even 3, 4, 35 cents on Dogecoin. So if you look at the indicator here, with that running flat, we are right at the bottom. We've reset it. We are about 50. We should see more upside. This Dogecoin, ADA, we've already looked at. Binance, all of them, as you can see, they've just made these 4-hour corrective structures for continuation to the upside. This one confirmed on this candle here. So we're looking for further upside. The RSI is well above 50, so all indications are for upside. So all of them will have similar structures, including Bitcoin Cash, pullback, reset, above 50, more upside, definitely more upside on Bitcoin Cash. All right. There's Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi Vision. We are seeing a running flat there as well. As you can see here, a running flat indicator showing us more upside. So we're going to see more upside on the altcoins and Bitcoins this session. Maybe a 1-hour consolidation, and then we'll look for more upside. I see somebody is requesting we look at win US dollar. So let's have a look at that quickly. I think I have that on my watch list. Do I not? I'll just check. Win. No, I don't have it. Let's check it. So it is win USDT. Okay, let's use the Binance Exchange on this one. Same scenario. I do not have a detailed analysis on this, but you can see that there is looking for more upside. All altcoins are looking for more upside. Let's just put this one on the watch list. Okay. We're going to see more upside here. It's a 4-hour correction. We're looking for more upside. We're at the bottom. We're about 50, well above 50, at about 70 here on the RSI. So Wink is going to see more upside. So you're going to see more upside here on Wink. Let's see here. It's currently at about 50% retracement. Can we call this 50%? Let's just have a look here. So it crashed with the rest of the altcoins. Now we have not even retraced to 38 yet. So we should expect this to continue to the upside. Get up to the, why does that look? That does not look at 38, or let's use the auto scale. Somebody asked the difference between the log and the arithmetic scale. I said I was going to explain that. I'll do that with the next video on Monday. So that is a 38% retracement. Let's have a look at it again. Let's do this again. Seems like something is not right. Actually, right. Let's try the linear scale. So we have not reached 38% as yet. So we'll look for this one to continue to the upside. Wink, look for continuation to the upside. Okay. Let's go through the rest of the pairs. Let's start with the Forex pairs. We'll start with the DXY, the dollar index. So the dollar index, we're still bullish. We're still bullish. We want this to continue to the upside. Give us that wave 5. So I was still getting that as far as the indicators are concerned. We are still well above 50, so we may just get a slight pullback here. There will be a continuation pattern, and we'll look for more upside on the DXY. Okay. Then let's have a look at Euro US dollar. Let's first look at the charts on the side. I'm just opening the website. So guys, I'm using a new device. That's why I don't have my. Here we go. I want us to look at the charts here on the side. Right, Euro US dollar. Let's run through each one of them. So this was the 4-hour. Looking for this one to continue to the downside at about 1600. Will it give us a bounce and see there? It could give us a bounce, but eventually we are looking for this one to just get into the blue box here. Don't get bounce there, it moves in there in a straight line. The structure that we're going to have here is simply 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We run into the blue box, then we'll expect the reversal there. So the 1 hour is still showing us ABC corrective structure. It doesn't change the bias. Either way, we will be looking for that to rally into the blue box. It's just the path it will take from there. So this is where we are currently with what looks like a corrective structure. I'm expecting this to continue down there. And if it does continue there, we can actually accept this as 5 waves for the C leg here, ABC, for the red C. You're not looking, you can see the red C in this degree. Let's have a look at it on the 4 hour. You see it on the 4 hour. Let's see if you can. Yes, you can actually see it on the 4 hour. So this C may be complete with 5 waves. So just be mindful of that when you look at that. We are bearish euro until around 1600, 1650. So I would accept this as a 5-wave move and even this as a C here in red. And we will not necessarily have this green degree here. But for now, just look for this to continue to the downside. Is the euro. So likely that you can get this one making a 3-way structure as follows. Show that. One, 2, 3, and we continue to the downside. Exactly what we looked at on the DXY. Pound US dollar not showing any signs of reversal yet. We are still looking for this to pull back. Let pull back to about 50% retracement. Let's see. So we are still looking for a pullback here. No sign of reversal here on pound US dollar. Let's have a look at that. 4 hour. So pound US dollar should come around levels here. Right. So we are still looking for this to come down. That's a pullback that we're currently on as far as pound US dollar is concerned. US dollar CAD. So US dollar CAD may still push to the upside to about 126. It's currently making this corrective structure. So we've made this, we've come back up here, and we are currently around here. We're now making a corrective structure here. Let's go look at this corrective structure. Looks like we're still going to make a continuation to the downside here on US dollar CAD. Let's have a look at it. You can see the focus here on US dollar CAD was for this to push up higher, back down, and to continue lower. So we are currently here. So watch this. You can even put an alert under this lower boundary here so that you can get a reminder when that crosses the line. I want to put this, I want to add an alert so that when it crosses, I check it again. That is US dollar CAD. It's not breaking down as yet, so just keep an eye on it. The US dollar has made a 3-wave pullback, just like Euro US dollar. Australian dollar is still looking for more downside here. So we're still looking for this to continue to the downside. Will we get a bounce here? Very likely that we'll get a bounce here. Now, if you look at that structure, let's switch everything off here. If you look at this, 3 waves to the upside, this can be the 3 waves to the downside. We can bounce from this level. Very likely that we're going to bounce from this level. If we do bounce there, we can still get one more down before any reversal to the upside. Audi New Zealand also made a 3-wave structure. Looked impulsive yesterday, but it was more tailing. So that is a 3-wave structure, and we're looking for more downside. We should see New Zealand retest the lows here at 0.688. So bearish New Zealand. US dollar ZAR continues with a weakness. This is supposed to be correlated to US dollar CAD, but as you can see here, this structure is not showing the correlation. That's obviously because of the correlation strength between US dollar ZAR and US dollar CAD currently. Okay, so still looking for upside. Will we get a pullback at this level to make a structure like this? Let's keep an eye on US dollar ZAR. Still bullish US dollar ZAR should continue to the upside. That means more weakness for the South African rand. that it could be an expanding flat. If it is, then we're going to see more upside until equal X there. Strong, we are bullish US dollar ZAR. Pound pairs, going back in 3 waves. We were expecting this to break up higher and give us a structure like that. So this one has now made what looks like a flat correction because of the pound weakness. So we should see pound yen retest that low there. Euro yen. Euro yen is just going sideways now. Watch this on the euro yen. We've got 3-wave structure to the upside. We're coming down in what looks like a 3-wave structure. We can get this here on euro. If we bounce up to this level, we can get a sell set up on the euro to take it back here. Okay, so we can take it back down there. This will be a very nice move if it comes back here, because from here, we're going to get a big move to the downside. So we're going to keep taking this move. So if we get an opportunity to take it here, we'll take it off. Okay. And if it bounces back to this level, this is where we prefer to get the setup for more downside, because this will be a bigger move. All right. Right, so that's what we have there on euro yen, chief yen. Chief yen still continuing lower. So from this flat correction. It was an entry. Showed this entry yesterday. We're looking for this one to continue lower. Right, that is a chief yen. CAD yen. CAD yen, we took the trade here, expecting it to push to the upside to equal X. Will we get there? Let's have a look at the indicators. We're currently just at 50%. We have reset it, but this will be telling. This will be telling. Let's see what we're going to get there. As much as we've got these 3 waves there, we've got these 3 waves there, we can easily come back down here with an impulse and make a flat correction. We'll still make the same structure, but this B will be flat instead of an expanding. It will be a regular flat instead of an expanding flat. It looks likely that we're going to get this move, okay, downside first back to this level on CAD. New Zealand, looking for more downside as well, has made a 3-wave structure to the upside. So look for downside. 1, 2, 3. Any continuation pattern here in the 1 hour, you look to take it back down to this level. Audi, also a 3-wave structure. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This could come back down impulsively up to this level. You can get a bounce here and still make a move to the downside. That means we're starting a bearish move on the yen pace. We had expected this to bounce from the blue box for more upside. We're not getting that bounce. Instead, it's going up correctly. And if it does this here, it will be a very nice opportunity to sell it lower. Gold continues to push up higher. That's also shown in the yen weakness. So gold is making 1, 2, 3. It's not going aggressively. It's not going aggressively. Let's just show that structure. I'm going to show that structure on the side now. We do US dollar yen. We skipped US dollar yen. Let's do US dollar yen first before we get gold. Where is my US dollar yen? Who moved my cheese? My US dollar yen is not on my watch list anymore. I do not know what's going on here. Let me look for it quickly. Completely off. Interesting. Let's bring it back up. We didn't do US dollar yen. Let's use IDC. All right, so US dollar yen looking downside on the 4 hour. We're looking for this one to continue to the upside. Let's watch this structure here. 1, 2, 3 here. See if we're going to get continuation to the upside. But if we look at the daily is showing us more downside on US dollar yen. Look at this. We are right at the top here. So I wouldn't want to buy this when the daily looks like this. RSI on the daily also dipping below 50. So As much as we're looking for this to be a continuation pattern, we may still get this coming back down here for a deeper move here before we continue to the upside, because that's what the daily is showing us here. No upside yet. Okay, so that is US dollar yen. Let's put it on the watch list. I don't know why it got off there. Okay. Put it up. Make sure that we don't miss it next time. So we have it there. Let's use the yen. Let's go on to gold. Let's have a look here on the charts. So gold 4 hour. With that reversal, we expected gold to flash down to 1680 and bounce back up. We are currently at 1760.50 currently. So we've got the move to the downside. We've got a pullback here. So we are currently here with gold at about 1656. Right, so let's have a look here at the current structure. So the move that was focused on the 4 hour, let's look at the 4 hour. So we got the move here. It all happened in a flash from here. Focus was for this to come down here, make a move to the upside like that. So far, 1, 2 is in play. We've put up here in 3 waves, so we can get a 3-wave pullback here for a continuation to the upside. Let's watch how that goes. That is gold, silver, 4 hour. Look at silver after that move here, after the 3-wave structure here, we've got this, expecting this one to flash down to 22 and continue to the upside. We have flashed down, we are pushing to the upside. If you look at silver here, we've got both those moves. So we are flashed down as expected. We are now bouncing back up. This is a continuation pattern for more upside. We need to get a setup here. The stock RSI has not set up as yet. The 4-hour RSI is still below 50, so we cannot buy this yet until we've got the 4-hour stock and the daily stock, or rather the daily RSI above 50. As far as we're concerned, this is still bearish until we've got the daily trading above the 50%. Platinum, let's have a look here at platinum as well. We'll get to oil just now. Platinum forecast was for this to drop down to about 1920 and then push to the upside. We've already completed those moves. Let's go back to the 4-hour. So those moves are already in play. The first one, which was for this to flash down to about 920, that's what we got. We're now putting back up here. We want to get a setup for upside. So those are the charts on the sides. Let's have a look at oil. Oil, we are looking for this one to make this 2 ways that this can play out. So we can have all of these wave 4. So that means your red wave 4. Let's have a look here. But if you look at this red wave 4, this will be an expanding diagonal. We will not look at this as an impulse. Should be an expanding diagonal as follows. So if you look at this, this is not going to be an impulse. An expanding diagonal is rare. So that will be, we'll have a look at that. We'll see if that is the structure that's going to play or if this is going to make a wave 4 like this. Breaking below this diagonal means we invalidate the expanding diagonal as well. Let's keep an eye on that one. If it's an expanding diagonal, you can have these is in 3, 3, 3, 3 all around. Let's go to platinum right now, rather Brent crude. So look at Brent crude. Now, if we look at the indicator on Brent crude, it's not convincing that we're going to get more upside, and we may get this making a 3-wave structure here, 2-wave structure there, 3-wave structure coming down. That will invalidate that expanding diagonal. If it invalidates the expanding diagonal, we will update that structure as well. So let's just keep an eye on this. We will update this and when we get more data on Brent crude oil. Market continues lower. This is where we expected the breakout and continuation to the downside. We're still expecting this to continue to the downside. Pound-CAD, let's have a look at Euro-CAD. I want to jump straight to Euro-CAD as well. But let's do them in sequence. Let's do the pound first, and then we'll go to the euros. Right. Chief has made a three-wave structure here up to this level. Can we say that this is all the three waves that we're looking for, and we start expecting downside on pound chief? Let's have a look at pound chief. So pound chief looks to have completed the three waves, and this looks like the blue box for this Y degree. Let's take this off. Looks like we've hit blue box. We're reversing from the blue box. So that is the blue box on pound chief. Looks like it's the reversal. So any 1 hour correction here will look to take it down. We'll look to take the 1 hour correction here. Let's have a look at the daily stock, or rather the RSI on the daily. And look at the daily RSI here. Okay, so we are still well above 50. Look, we are at the top here. We've got a three-wave structure. I would expect this to continue to the downside. I'll expect this to continue to the downside. We'll be looking to sell pound chief whenever I get a 1 hour or a 4 hour correction. Audi. So the focus on Audi was for this to continue to the upside. 1, 2. I'm expecting one more down here before we push